he instantly changed the topic. It reminds me of my trip to China last month, and we had so many language barriers because they didn't speak English.
Okay, so language barriers, so maybe like you're using sign language, trying to talk to them. For me, I would love to watch you do that because it would never be a dull moment. So
Sure.
If something is, it's never a dull moment, it means it's always exciting. So it's, I'm kind of the, hello.
No,
how are you? So
just not like that. But there was a situation that I would remember forever. When I was going to the security check at the airport, and I want to tell them that I want my stuff back, and I was like, hi, want the shampoos back, and they thought like I want to wash my hair, and they took me to the restroom. I'm at loss.
So, but the thing is, it's like, for you, you could say, problem, it's like you were jumping through hoops.
Ah, yes.
So like jumping through hoops, like performing a lot of difficult tasks, because the language barrier, it's like you're trying to do this. To jump through hoops. A hoop is like a circle and jumping through, but it's nothing to do with that. If somebody has to jump through hoops, it's, we say maybe difficult obstacles that they're trying to overcome. So for example, your boss at work says, you must do this, 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 and this. And it's so difficult. It's like jumping through hoops. It's a very difficult task. Yeah, so jumping through hoops, and also too, it's like, because maybe it gave rise to a lot of problems.
Yeah, and misunderstandings.
Okay, absolutely. So to give rise to something, it means to cause something to happen. You know, even as a foreigner, sometimes foreigners mispronounce words. Actually, I don't even want to say mispronounce words, they just pronounce it differently. So for example, like in the United States, the word ask, like I want to ask you a question, some people pronounce it as ax. Ax. And then even like water, I'm American, so water. Or how about like tomato, tomato.
Ah.
So pronunciation, it's very different throughout the world. So maybe some things I say could be different than someone else. Because if you look at it from an English standpoint, maybe there's a universal way of pronouncing it. But if you look at it from linguistics, the study of language, then maybe there's more areas where pronunciation, it can be different. It's okay.
What Justin has just said may give rise to a lot of like heated discussions.
Yes. So again, give rise to something, so like a heated argument or a heated debate, so a fighting, a very strong conversation, so fighting about something.
I want to hear your experiences.
My experiences, okay, so I have lots of experiences in Vietnam. So one thing I would say is sometimes Vietnamese, they would have like cookie cutter English. So cookie cutter English or cookie cutter, it's like the sameness, it's like mass produced, it's all the same. So for example, a lot of students in Vietnam, most, I wouldn't say everyone, but it's like, hello, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. And you? But they don't even ask me in the intonation. You? I'm fine.
And you? I'm fine, thank you. And you always.
Yes. So
always.
Often that'd be like cookie cutter English because as a native speaker, fine doesn't really mean that much. So it's like, are you good fine? Are you bad fine? I don't really know what you're saying. Yes. But sometimes, you know, when I'm speaking with Vietnamese, they're explaining something to me and they're missing maybe key words or they're missing some words. And for me, I would use the phrase like I'm trying to connect the dots or I'm putting two and two together. This is for me, I'm trying to understand. So trying to connect things so I can understand what they're saying. But again, it throws me off guard. But even me trying to speak Tiếng Việt, maybe I throw a lot of people off guard and they have to connect the dots and put two and two together when I speak Tiếng Việt. Connecting the dots and putting two and two together. This is referring to maybe a situation you don't understand, but you're trying to understand it, but you're taking information and you're trying to put it all together to understand. So sometimes when I'm speaking with Vietnamese students, I don't really know what they're saying and I'm really confused, but I'm trying to connect the dots or I'm trying to put two and two together so I understand what they're saying.